Oh, that's a turkey. That is the humble plate if ever I've caught one. Right, we've drawn. Surprise, surprise, it started raining. Heavy, so I thought I'd sit in the van whilst we do this little check-in. Drawn a screecher of a peg today, peg 16 on the pleasure. There's a bit of an inlet. I've never drawn there. There's an inlet to my left. There's always some fish around that area there. So I reckon we got a good chance of, like, you know, it's a good enough peg to make the main frame overall. Chris Wells, who won the match yesterday, has drawn 50 next to me. That peg, I think it was either first or second on the lake yesterday. And James Thomas, who was next to me yesterday, has drawn the end peg here 13, which is probably the most... between 15 and 13 seems to be the two pegs, and he's drawn end peg 13. And he had a couple of ounces more than us yesterday, so he'll have a chance of a good weight. But, you know, we can only do what we can do. I reckon we'll catch a few fish, hopefully fish a bit better than yesterday, and give us a chance of the frame. Skimmer again for you. Gotcha. Oh, that roach. That's a dandy. That roach. Second dandy of the day. That was it. Oh, what did I say? What did I say? The carp can't get through the skimmer to get your hook bit. No way. You cub, man. Oh, this could... Skimmer. This is all over this festival, Elsie boy. I think the winner's there. Oh, yeah. Huh? Oh, there's a spare one here, boy. Huh? I don't know, this could be anything, boy. I don't know what this is. You can't stop, won't stop. Let's see it. What's he having him on food? That's a turkey. That is the humble plate if ever I caught one. Oh. Mam bach. Still, man. Still. Right, we're just on half hour in now, and I've just had a great big, big skimmer, sort of £3. I had another one before it, and I've also had like a big 10-ounce roach. I'm just fishing along, tapping in a few casters, 60 metres. It's going quite nice at the minute, so quite pleased, just ticking along. There's a lot of fish being caught to my right, but there's a lot of carp being hooked as well, so we have hooked the carp as well. Quite nice shit. I just feel like I've got my own little bit of water to go at. It's long out the way, no one can get anywhere near me here. It's deep, it's like over, it's got to be the deepest bit of the lake. It's over, well over top here. I'm hooked up on my short fours, so hopefully there'll be some big skimmers sat in this deep water now, but we're definitely catching more to my right. But I'm happy with this. I think this is a line you could fish all day and not come off of it. Quite negative and you're not going to wreck it, so we'll just keep going another half hour on this, and then I'll check in, see what's happening. that big old hybridy green thing. I can get it in there. Come on, man. Right. It's bigger than a long one. Right, well now we're in now, and I've had 4 big skimmers still on this long line. Carp are an issue at the minute. I've had 4 carp. Lukey the other side means we'll get 5, Wells he's had 6 or 7. But we're doing alright at the minute. This line is ticking over nice, really nice. I reckon could potentially stay on this all day today, but we'll see. Got to be patient, but they are big ones when you get one, so we're doing alright for now. Just keep going on this now for as long as I can. I'm not too worried about the other lines at the minute, about topping up or anything. It's still early on. So just try and nick another one. There's another one there now. Is it? Can't be a carp. I think it's a carp. I don't know, it's fighting really weird. Yeah, it's a carp. Why is it got to be a carp now? Just check. Are you a carp? You must be a carp. You must be a carp. Yes. Indeed it is. Little carp. Nuisance. Little stocky carp, that's why you've got pain, man. Right. Huh? Drop him in, man. Right, so that's an hour. Update done. I'll report back if anything starts panning out, but as it is now, carp are an absolute nuisance. Well, see, these passes I'm using from the 9th of November. The ones I showed you yesterday, they look tidy, didn't they?
Yeah,
Do you know what I think it might be? The bag's never airtight. They're going to say they've died. There's like a little seepage dragging in there. Huh? Oh, well, if they can breathe, they won't die, will they?
I would have thought if you could breathe them, you could get it fly, like,
Well, I think it's just been so cold.
along them.
Well, it's been that cold, and when I had them, they were like super fresh off the middle of that day job, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Just nice. Just what the doctor ordered, Lou. Just what the doctor ordered, boy. Right, 2-hour check-in. I think we got 6 big skimmers now. I just had one off my right band line. There'll be some blows coming up over that little feed apron to start with. I dropped in a quarter first chuck, and I dropped back in and just had a carp. So just top that up, and I'm back on my long caster line now. It's fishing alright today. I think the 2 pegs to my right are almost out of sight, I think. They're catching really well, and I'm doing alright. And then there's just odd, a few odd fish about then. Just hooked another one now on the long length. Oh, it's a big little skimmer. Stumpers. Doing well. Sark wel zie. Yep. Yeah, it's banging away there, isn't it? He's got one of them old sucker fish on, is it? Yeah, dogging about a bit now, isn't he? Yeah, they'll fight.
Go the carp as well, Jane.
little update. Just gone back almost past as long. I had 2 skimmers, first 2 fish, 2 good skimmers, and then since then I've hooked 3 carp in a row on it. So if I hook another one this time, I'm going to come off this and go short, I think. Wind's blowing now. Come on! Yeah, so one more look on this, and then I've been throwing some casters short. Just fancy there's going to be an odd fish there, so just looking on there, and hopefully just bounce 2 lines off each other. We'll see how we pan out. I think we got maybe 7 big skimmers now, or 8, I'm not sure. But doing alright. We're catching well to my right, but we're doing alright here in a minute. Right, we've got 2 hours to go. I've had a bit of a nightmare hour. Hooked so many carp. Absolute nightmare with them. But I've just had 3 more long, just feeding tiny like little thumbnail blob of mushed worms. And then just flicking an odd caster with a carty over the top. I had a look short, hooked the carp, never had another bite. So I'm just gonna go back and just carry on doing this for a bit, and hopefully like a sort of, I don't know, last 45 minutes we might get an odd bite short off like a big The big skimmers. I think the 2 pegs to my right are like bossing this lake at the minute. Especially 13. But apart from that, it's much of a muchness, I think, so we're doing alright. Just got to keep plugging on now.
Right, mate, bye-bye. Yeah? Have you won the festival, have you? Have you won the festival? Like hour and a half to go now. So I'll do a little update. Just had a nice run now on this long line on worms. I've had like 2 or 3 off my right hand line. Gone back this long line about 2. So still going alright. I think 13 is out of sight now, to be honest. I don't think anybody's going to beat James for that on peg 13. Wellesley's doing really well next to me. And then I've probably got a dozen of those good skimmers now, so you know, we'll probably be the in the mix for 3rd at the minute. Ta-da, bye. So just plopping our little bit of mushed worm in seems to be the way at the minute now. Sort of went a bit quiet, just rattling casters in, but now I fed a little bit of minced worm. feels like there's some skimmers in the peg now. Hoping those carp are going to sort of slow down a bit because they've been an absolute nightmare. And they definitely don't help, you know, unsettling the fish on your other lines just charging everywhere, so you keep them at bay. Right, so I'll come back with another update now, how to go. Put something there now. Carp, look, see? Just when you get a couple of skimmers in your peg, and then hook a carp. Right, I'm going to ship this one back.
No, boy. Very infrequently.
Right, we're now where to go. I've had 2 more skimmers in the half an hour, and it's just carp sitting again now. But there's 2 skimmers and then 2 carp again, so I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drop in on that short line, have a quick look, because I don't feel like I'm going to get a run of skimmers on this. You need somewhere to drop in and, you know, clonk 5 or 6. Not just an odd 1 or 2. If I can catch another 6 before the end, this last hour, I need to catch like 6, I think, of them good uns. Try and sneak in the main frame, but don't feel like it's happening at the minute. There's a few people starting to like catch me up now, and it's because the weights are so tight from yesterday. You can't let anybody get past you. Like, so let's have a look short. I think. Right, half hour to go. I think I've had 3 in the last half hour off that long line again. And I've just dropped short, had a bite straight away, whacked it. Thought that feels a bit skimmerish, and then he sort of went mental. So I pulled his head off, the hook pulled, there was a lot of slime on the line, so I think I fouled up the big skimmer. But when I hooked it, it didn't feel foul up, it felt like, you know, like a skimmer in the mouth, but you know, it's gone now anyway, so. But that was just an instant, I laid the rig and just whacked straight under. Luke next to me has caught a couple short now, so there's probably some short fish about here. But I'm not going to waste loads of time on it. I feel like my best chance is out long there, because I've had a couple on that now. So next check-in now will be after the match. Hopefully I can nick another 3 or 4 before the all out. Over and out. Right, that's the end of that. Let's weigh in, see what we got on. Right, so we've just weighed in, £30 and a few ounces, which I'm quite pleased with that, to be honest. I didn't think I had as much as that. James Thomas on the end's had 43, Wellesley next to me's had 25, I've had 30, but we're the only first 3 to weigh, so. Just have a quick look at the best rig we've had today. Single 5 slip. I did put a medium Guru on. I had a lid, sprinkle lid, so I sprinkled casters with that long, and then when I wanted to put a little blob of minced worm in, just used that and just thumbed it in. I used one of them floor speeds that we had a look at yesterday in a 0.4. One of those Mick Wilkinson ones. So a 1.2 bristle, like a round body carbon stem. That's an old 39 gauge, and then the same as when we done that little video fishing short. Even though it's quite deep out there, probably just over 6 foot. I've just had it strung out to 10s. I don't know whether you'll see them. See them there, look. So just getting further and further to get to the hook. Keep going down, further gaps, and then 5 inches of 08 Supernatural and a 20 F1 maggot hook. Got none of them left, they're all stuck in carp slips, I think. So I get some stuff weighed in now. I get some stuff packed away. I've got a fair bit, it's a hell of a mess, there's just muck everywhere, everything's soaking. And then we'll have a little catch up when I know what the results are. But quite pleased with that today. Okay, so that's the results done. We ended up with £30 today. We were 3rd on our lake with that, so pretty pleased with that result, to be honest. James Thomas won it with £43. There was a 34, then I had a 30. And we just managed to sneak into the overall. We ended up 4th in the festival. So, you know, nice result. 2 nice days fishing. Feel like I fished all right. You know, not amazing, but you know, I feel like today I done all right. I think that's the first time today where I think filming a live match has cost me in the match, to be honest. Like a couple of times the camera's blown over, then I've ended up tangling the rig, trying to sort the umbrella out, and a bit of a nightmare, so I need to try and tighten that up a little bit. But apart from that, it's been a nice 2 days. Pity about the weather yesterday, but today has been nice, to be fair.
That long line was probably our best line, 16 metres, just tapping those casters in, and then every now and then just a little bit of minced worm just to pull some skimmers back in. And then we've caught to our right at 14 metres, mainly feeding a little bit of worm there, and that was quite good. We probably caught, I don't know, 40% off that shorter line and 60% on our longer line. The carp are an absolute nightmare, as you'll be able to see in the video. They were just carnage. I must have hooked 30 carp, I expect, because I had 2 full pins of hooks before today and they're both empty now. But apart from the carp, it's been a nice 2 days, really enjoyed it. It's a shame it's over now. You gotta have a little bit of the gooks on after the festival's finished. So I'll get this one uploaded now in the next couple of days, and then we'll catch up on the next live match.